What is going on YouTube? LL Spanky here, back with another serious addictions video. Today we're going to be discussing a topic, what to do when you have a trigger or triggers come to you. Like if something happens, whether it be a death of a family friend or, something minor as to where you're just having a bad day and you feel like getting high. Alright, and I'm going to be, basically what I want to go over is some of the things that I personally do and then what things that you can do for yourself. And this is gonna vary quite a bit depending on like what takes your mind away from things. Cause like the biggest thing we're gonna be trying to do is take your mind off of that craving. Like when someone texts you or they shoot you a text, asking if you want anything from the city or something like that. And at that point, it's always very hard to say no, especially if you got the means. If you're looking at your wallet and you're like, man, I wouldn't mind spend a couple hundred real quick. I understand completely why that happens to people. So it's very important to find a way to control your triggers and not even just control them, but do something when that happens. Like let's say for example, I got a text from my guy saying fire's around, come get it. I'm having a bad day already. Like I just found out my family member's sick or something. And this is what I mean by it's very individual because like for me something that I've always been able to kind of zone my mind into something is video games. I love video games. I've always been a nerd. I've been trying to stream for a while now. I haven't really had much success with that, but I do love video games. I got a lot of knowledge when it comes to them. The main games I play are League of Legends and Fortnite. League of Legends has a very good competitive scene. Fortnite not so much, but it's still my favorite BR, even though everyone's on that Apex Legends train. Um, and there's it's just the key is to submerge yourself into something. Like when I mean, for some people that could even be work. Like if you got the opportunity to get some overtime, then fucking hop right over there, make some money instead of spend some money. But it's very key when these triggers come, or you're having an instance where you're thinking about going using, and you've already had a period of time of sobriety. Like this is where the battle really starts. Like if you're already over the physical part, which I know not everyone watching this video is going to be, then well now you get the hardest part, the mental game. Really testing yourself. Like let's say you just found out, your grandma's got cancer. She's probably only going to be here for another, 2 years max if things go well. And she's not sure if she wants to try to extend her life through chemo or just accept it for what it is, because if she extends her life through chemo, she might get 5 years. But if it fails, she might only get 6 months, which is unfortunately what happened to my grandmother. So I know cancer can be really rough. So like something like that, it just puts you in the wrong mood and gets you very down. But you need to remember why you were out here being sober in the first place. It was probably for your grandmother who's sick now, or your brother, like whatever. You gotta cling to those memories and cling to those things. Like for me, like I said, for me it's a lot simpler. I've I just for me it's real easy for me to just turn on a game, zone out, take my phone, shut it off, throw it somewhere so I can't even respond. Which I have to do sometimes. Not all of us are gonna do that. So that's why I say this is very um it really depends on the individual person on what you can do. If you got a girlfriend who's sober, or any really good friend who's sober, and you feel comfortable going to them, that's another thing you can do. Like call up your boy and be like, yo, just come pick me up, man. Can we please just chill? I'm just not in a good place right now. And chances are, if he's your homeboy and he really fucks with you, he's gonna come. He's gonna pick you up because he doesn't want to see his friend down like that. Because the thing is when you have an instance that brings your mind to wanting to use heroin or any kind of drug, really, like anything that can make you escape reality, then it's very important. This is why cognitive therapy really helps. Like this is another like me thing, but me I can call my counselor anytime. I know not everyone really has that option, but like me and my counselor have been working on me for a while now because, well, let's just be honest, I'm a fucked up individual, and I got a lot of past traumas that I haven't ever dealt with, and if you don't deal with them, you're never gonna be able to move forward in life. And been, I mean, I've been working with her for, I've worked with counselors kind of all my life. Like ever since I was like, I would say 17, I've been in and out of counseling. Sometimes me going because I have to, sometimes me going because I want to. But for these past, I would say, year and a half, I've been going because I want to. And I've been really focusing on, a lot of the past issues I've had in life. A lot of things that really held me back that I just never dealt with when I was younger when they happened. You know, um, like when I was younger, my family got divorced. Things like that. Just past traumas. So I can utilize my counselor to fullest. Like when I get a text from someone, if I really don't feel like I can just call her and just be like, "Yo, can I talk to you for just like 10 minutes? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, just fucking tell me to shut the fuck up. It's not worth it. Like, calm my brain down. Like, I'm lost here." So being able to utilize those people is really nice, but I'm not going to say that when a trigger comes, like that's going to be your key, because chances are these appointments have to be made ahead of time, and things like that. So, it's just a good tool to have that can help you. Cuz at the end of the day, the only thing that's really going to stop you from using is yourself. And you're going to be like, "Yo, I just don't want to do that." You're going to find it in you to fight. You're gonna be sick of knowing that you're not in control, and you're gonna do something to make yourself in control. So, I guess without getting too personal, the key things that I would use, that you should be using as well, is your real friends, right? Like, because you probably only got 3 or 4 of them. If you even have 3 or 4 of them, you might only have one. And shit, most of us probably have none. But if you do have one of those people, and this is someone who's not using, who you can trust, who has your back. That's key. If they're using, you can't. You go in there and tell them how you want to get high is only going to mean you're both going to get high. It's not going to be an answer. So utilize your friends if you can, right? If you can't, well, then we're gonna go to the next step. Something that satisfies you. And this could be anything. For me, it's video games. It's like my key escape. I was a kid who didn't exactly have the best school life. So like this is my escape. Some people they like fast cars. Some people they like their motorcycles. Some people like you know whatever they like. I guess some people can go out for a walk in nature, and that'll fix them. Wherever you find your balance, right? Whatever makes you calm, that's what you want to gravitate towards. Meditation, as stupid as that sounds, I'm sure you've heard it before. But that, I cannot tell you how much that has helped me. Just, especially when it's like, dude, I just want to fucking go get high. Fuck this. And then just, yo, go sit on the bed, close your eyes, and fucking breathe. You know what I'm saying? Just breathe. And ask yourself if that's really what you want. And I know it's very easy to say yeah, and it's very easy to go into it, and it's very easy just to say fuck it, right? That is why, that's just how it is. It's easier to just continue being self-destructive than it is to actually fix ourselves. That's obvious. That should be obvious to most of us anyways. And not everyone's gonna fix at the same pace. Sometimes you're gonna give in to that temptations. I'm not. I hope eventually there's a point where you never give in. But if it happens, you don't beat yourself up about it. You be thankful that you're still alive and it didn't kill you, and then you move forward, right? And you just keep moving forward, and you try to live in the moment. That's very key. You can't. As much as it's nice to be impulsive and just do things and give yourself an excuse, because at the end of the day, that's what it's coming down to. If you're choosing to be sober and you're letting a trigger take over, it's not this happened and I got high. What it really is I was just waiting for an excuse to get high. And that's the truth, man. To say it's not like for example, I had a period of sobriety after me and an ex broke up, and I was 2 months in, and I was doing really well. And then my friend died. and he was a very close friend of mine. I seen him the day before he passed, and he died of a heroin overdose. So what did I do? I went and copped the heroin he did, and I got fucking high as hell, bruh. But that was just my excuse. You know what I'm saying? I was just waiting for some kind of dramatic moment to happen so I could go back to that. Like, that's really what it was. Now, looking back on it, back then I used to think, man, if that never happened. And I guess I still think if that specific friend didn't die, I probably wouldn't have relapsed at that period of time. But if some other major event did happen, it would have caused me to relapse. It just had to be something super strong. Because, like, it had to be something I really cared about, because at that point I was dead set on quitting. At this point, this is what make this key. It's all up fucking here, guys. I wish there was a magic pill you could take and actually get your ass some Vivitrol. Alright? Go 3 days without it and get your ass some Vivitrol. I never used that shit. I was against it. I know why you wouldn't if you don't want to. So if you don't want to, by all means, don't. But a lot of the people who have tried it have had a lot of success. Until they get off the shot and then they go right back to using. That's why I say the mental's key. Right? Because, man, I can tell you guys, the sickness is going to be hard. That's a fact. And these triggers that come, they're going to be hard. They're going to take you back so far each time it happens. Right? Like, but it's not about being perfect. It's about taking each life experience you get and turning it into something good. You know? I mean, I guess what it really comes down to, I'm trying to think of, like, because I feel like a lot of this advice is just like, dude, you're just fucking, it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck can control their mind when they're in this state? I'm fucking shaking. I'm sick. I need something that's actually really gonna help me. And I guess that's what I want you to know is there's no magic fix. What you can do is create more of a routine and try to go by it each day. Like, for me, I get up every morning now at 6 in the morning. Well, why? Because I like to watch Korean. Well, I get up around 4 to watch Korean League of Legends. But if I would, sometimes I sleep until 6, essentially, and then I catch up on the games that I missed. So, having a routine for me was very helpful, but I understand, like, I guess this is more advice for people who are in the process of quitting. Not someone who's just not there yet. Because if you're just not there yet, there's nothing I can tell you anyway, so I don't know how to help you. But if you're really having instances that keep pulling you back, all you can do is, again, really focus on your mental. Go out there, get a hold of a counselor, have some. I hope you, for your sake, you have close family members who are willing to help you through this, and just fucking fight, bro. Because it's so much easier to pick up the needle and fucking get high than it is to, actually deal with life. But you're fucking here now, and if you're not ready to deal with it right now, it's gonna come eventually, and it's gonna be all on you and your choices. You can't blame anybody else for the situation you're in. It's easier that way. It makes it when you're doing and making mistakes, it makes it easier to make those mistakes because you don't have guilt. But it will catch up to you. Like, one day, when it all clicks, you're not going to live that life anymore, or you're going to die. Like, it's one or the other. And I hate to say it, but it's the reality of the drug that we do. Right? It's either going to kill us or we're going to beat it. It's just, that's how it is. So, don't be another statistic, man. If you want, I just, I don't know. Like, find someone who inspires you. Find that reason to live, and then it'll get a lot easier, guys. I'm telling you. That's why I talk to you guys. That's why I try to, just spit whatever little knowledge I've gained from this, because honestly, I'm still fucking learning, dude. I'm still learning how to handle and deal with life. Basic life that I should have learned how to do years ago, but because, I let drugs control me and drugs take me down, I've spent my life learning, I mean, not really learning, but just, I don't know, basically not even being alive, just, letting the drugs consume me, letting them take me over, and that's no way to live. So when you get those triggers, man, that's why it's important to just fucking fight. Whether it's, you call your girl, you go hang out with her, or you go hang out with your best friend, or you dive into some video games, or you go get in your fucking nice ass car and fucking cruise down the back roads, man. Whatever it is you gotta do to escape. Because that's it. Once you escape, then you don't need those drugs anymore. Right? So that's it, guys. That's really, and I think that's a great way to end this video, because it really comes to the point of what you want to do when those triggers come, man. When those triggers come, instead of using the drugs to escape the natural way. Alright, guys, and that's another episode of Serious Addiction. So if you did enjoy, please, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be coming out with more videos like this, and that's the idea. We're just trying to reach as many people as possible, and hopefully touch a few souls along the way. Alright, guys, I love each and every one of you. I hope you enjoy my videos. Peace.